They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos, go. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net. We need that bell, but them haters they gon' still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combat, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get your top. We got the attitude, they seem to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos, they the coldest.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Glow Sun Production proudly brings to you the best, blackest, and brightest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. This is We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat, sports, and sports entertainment. I'm one of your hosts here. I go by the name Muy Grande Negro Americano, aka King. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We have a special late night edition today with all the men. We're going to talk some WWE today, but if you're new around here, do us a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button somewhere down there by Mr. Green's left shoulder. Also, hit that notification bell so you're always notified when we drop the new around here, and also the like button as well so that you can help the algorithm out, get this out to more wrestling fans like yourself. We do highs and lows. We get to some wrestling tea after that, and we get to you guys at the end of the show. If you're interested in talking to anybody on the panel, hit us up with the @ WTC so we know you're talking to us and not any of your fellow Glow Yard mates. We'll definitely get to you at the end of the show as long as everything is respectful. We have a nice show lined up today. Nice week of WWE product. But let me go around the board real quick and introduce my fellow co-hosts. We'll start off with my guy, Travis over there, the final Hugo Boss. How you today, bro?
I'm doing good. You know, just coming back from an amazing concert. I was down ad frame, you know, hanging amongst all the the black people and everything like that. Even got this little neat little bag. They even got look
hey, I was gonna ask you about that. How was Drew Hill?
Oh, Drew Hill was good. Drew Hill did good. You know, it said son never made a promise. You know, we got 5 steps this time. You know, I did I hung up by the little stage too, the root stage. I saw Dipset, so that was cool. Seeing Uncle Charlie too. You know, even though he's still recovering, I guess he had a stroke or something because he really couldn't stand up all the way. So he's been kind of, playing the piano and, singing behind there. But other than that, those pretty amazing turnout, pretty amazing show. So I'm just looking forward to who's coming next year.
Nice. Now let's go on to that guy down there. He's heavy developmental, Mr. Green. How are you today, bro? How's your Father's Day been?
You know, it was a very peaceful day. I'm good to go, man. I'm good to go. Still peaceful. I'm just trying to get this thing going. Let's go.
All right, you ready to talk about this? Let's do it. So, again, we're going to talk about the week, give it how highs and lows of all the WWE product. That includes TNA and AAA, and then give you a letter grade after we talk about it. Not really go into full details, just all the stuff we really recognized and remembered. Please, like I say, interact along throughout the show. If you feel any way about anything we're talking about, feel free to talk about it in the comments. @WTC. We'll get to you. Before we do, also follow us on our other channel, We Talk Combat Clips, where I drop condensed versions of the show throughout the weeks, usually Monday through Friday. So look out for them tomorrow morning, probably around 9 a.m. I usually drop them. Like, comment, subscribe over there on that channel as well. And before we move on to the juicy part of the show, our watch along schedule, if you're interested. We do Discord watch alongs damn near every day of the week. Mondays Raw, Tuesdays NXT, Wednesdays Evolve, Thursday is TNA Impact, Friday is SmackDown. We also show all AAA events on Saturday. Any PLEs that may be showing on Saturday or Sunday as well as any Saturday or Sunday nights main events. So we will be showing Night of Champions in Discord as well. You just have to be a subscriber to the channel. Link your YouTube to your Discord over there, and you have access. We sometimes do YouTube watch-alongs as well for the shows, mainly for Raw and SmackDown. We definitely have those, but we do it for other shows throughout the week as well if we don't have anything we got going on. But thank y'all for joining us for the show. With all that being said, let's get straight to the highs and lows. Another fun week of WWE product. Let's get to it. Start off Monday Night Raw. We had our guy Obahu make it to the finals by defeating Dominic Mysterio with some help as well. So we'll talk about that and more. On NXT, we had Jada Parker losing another big one. Shout out to our guy Kyle over on Black House Booking, but we talk about it as well. Jada Parker seemed to not be able to get the job done. She took it out of Natty over on NXT. We'll talk about that and more. On Evolve, we had Elijah Holyfield going against Brooks Jensen. He actually took the L. So first L on WWE TV, actually, because he took an L to Apollo Crews, but that was like an LFG type thing. So, yeah, we'll talk about that and more. TNA Impact, our guy Ricky Sosa was back there. I got a victory over, I think his name was Dreyer or something like that. He was some guy that didn't even get an intro and all, so I'm guessing he was like a local, maybe quote unquote
local talent.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that and more with Ricky Sosa on his way to you know what, let me get to that and I'll talk about that. On Friday, had your guy, Mr. Yeetmeister himself, Jey Uso, going on to the finals by defeating Javon Evans. And Javon Evans had taped up ribs and all. We'll get into that and more. Yesterday on AAA, El Grande Americano was there showing up. I guess embracing his victory that he had in the mass versus mass match. He had the Mexican duck. So we'll talk about that and more. And yeah, we got some TNA for y'all as well, a preview of Night of Champions. But before we get there, let me start with you, Travis. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, bro? And what was your overall letter grade? Hold up, before you do answer that, I did have a question for both of y'all. Why is TNA's PLE on the same day as NXT's if they're like a partnership and all that? Isn't that kind of crazy? Okay.
Yeah, that is, but I had no idea.
Yeah, both of their events on the 28th. So next Sunday. One's on CW as far as NXT having their first PLE or whatever on the CW, and then what's the name? TNA do theirs on their app or whatever they do. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. The floor is yours, Travis.
All right, so we starting off Monday Night Raw. We had the Bloodline come to the ring. They was in our backyard this week, so shout out to WWE being in Baltimore. Now we see that Jacob got his own Ufalafa now. I guess it's brown colored. Now I really don't understand the meaning behind his Ufalafa, so I know I gotta do my homework. I think it probably represents a different thing, probably than the one that Roman has itself. Also, we see just like in the picture. Our guy Oba, he got the dub and he's advancing in the King of the Ring tournament. Chad Gable got the dub too, but I'm not liking this dude theme music that he has. Like I'm not a big fan of it. Now I don't know why, what made the change. Now I did love his original theme music, but I ain't like the change at all. Now, but this whole Vision thing and the Profits. Look, I'm glad that Angelo came back and everything, but Bronson Reed just need to hurry up come back so we can hurry up and get this big 6-man tag out the way. Because I think that's what this thing is leading up to, the Profits and Seth Rollins and all that stuff. But we get into the next show for NXT. We started out, my girl Big Zai, she had a little moment on the mic. Now, I understand she's coming into her own right now, but I don't think you have to come into your own and bring up Soul every week. I understand that you was under Soul for a minute, but I think this is the time that you need to kind of like you establish yourself and break out on your own, and you don't have to bring up Soul names so much. I understand that Soul got called up, but let Soul be on Raw, and then you can concentrate yourself, Zaria. My fault, Big Zai, on NXT. Now, just like in the picture, our girl Jada Parker, she took another L this week. Now, I actually like the match was within itself anyway. I thought that match was basically like the word I'm looking for, I guess, like a testing type of match. Now we understand that we've seen, videos and pictures of, Jada training in the dungeon. You know, them, the prophets, Jay Uso, the Yeet Man himself. So I'm guessing this was like, you know, Natty trying to, you know, see how far Jada has, you know, polished her skills and, you know, working on her craft within itself. Anyway, you seeing that Tavion Heights, he's about to become he is the new #1 contender for the North American Championship. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, another thing, like the Vanity Project, I thought y'all had titles. How come y'all not defending titles or even having tag team matches right now? Now, this is my idea. I got a little idea myself. You need to just take the belts off them and just give the titles to OTM. That's just my opinion. Now, I will touch OTM a little bit later on, you know, in this little soliloquy or whatever, but we're going to go to the next show for Evolve. Like you said, I didn't like how, I understood that Elijah lost and everything, but I just didn't like how the way that he lost. I mean, it wasn't cleanly. I understand that Brooks is a bad guy. He basically, you know, got lost, exposed turnbuckle, pinned 1, 2, 3. That was pretty okay, but we're gonna go to the next show. TNA. Look, my guy back, you know, Ricky Sosa. He had a match against some local guy, talent, whatever. You know, he got the dub. I felt like within his matches so far in TNA, I felt like this was his longest match that he had so far. I don't know if I'm missing something. I think I might be missing it, but I just think that this was his longer match, you know, since this TNA debut, but can't really remember what happened so far in TNA. I'm guessing that's not really important. So we're gonna go to the next show for SmackDown. Look, I don't like the fact that Jada is going towards the Women's United States Championship match, the title. I understand that she had a feud with Tiffany or whatever. Like that should be over with. Let Jade, I'm sorry, not Jada. Jade go towards the Women's World Championship. Now we understand that Rhea Ripley is hurt. I don't know how long she's gonna be gone or how long she'll be out. Now, whoever wins this tournament, I'm asking you guys, are they automatically going to like be the Women's World Champion since Rhea is hurt? Now, y'all got an idea? Anything? I take that as a no.
Rhea already vacated the title before. I don't think they'll make her vacate it again.
The big world now. Ricky Saints. I don't know how y'all make this bag get a championship title shot against Trick. He don't deserve a championship match against Trick. It should have been Mello. It should have been Mello. Off rip. See, this is what we talked about earlier about, you know, Mello not being, you know, in PLEs. But y'all want to put this trash dude, this Timu version of a Rocky Maivia on a PLE. And plus it's overseas, so you know the international crowd will be with it. But I hope we don't get no pop after that anyway. Now, I see with this Jey Uso situation, and shouts to the Kai too, Black Couch Booking. He had an idea of letting Jay win the championship, beat Cody. Now, it's that let him, you know, Roman feuded out in the bloodline for real. Let Roman and Jay at some point, you know, dispute about, you know, hey, I got the main title. You said this was the main title, and you got the, you know, the B title. So you split them up, have them like Jay, Jimmy, and Solo go to a War Games type of thing, and you have Roman, Jacob, and he also said you bring up Zilla somehow, get Zilla on WWE, and I guess that starts this 2 new War Games type of match later on down the line as far as like Survivor Series. Now for AAA, my guy, Mini Vikingo, he got the dub this week. You know, he was teamed up with Dr. Wagner against Vikingo himself and Omos. Now look, when we had matches with champions and all that stuff that's in it, and the person that pins the champion should automatically get a championship match, right? So I'm predicting this down the future that my guy Mini Vikingo should have a match against Vikingo himself for the Latin American Championship. He should also get it now. Now, guy El Grande Americano, he got attacked, you know, by these guys with Angel Garza, what's his name? Bronco, the guy from OTM. Now I understand, like, is he like this is his own separate thing now? Like, is he in a group? Like he's in one group in one show, and now on Saturdays he's in a whole nother group. I guess it's like a bad guy or whatever, but you playing a good guy on Tuesdays. But I don't know. I'm just debating to see how this story goes so far between those guys, and I guess it was a chick in the ring too, and El Grande Americano. But overall for this week, I'm gonna give it a C- so far. It's a C- for the week.
Starting off with a C-. Might be having a good show today. All right, Mr. Green, let's go to you, bro. What's your overall letter grade for this week, and what were your highs and lows?
Yeah, for Raw, it wasn't the best for me. Shout out to Oba doing what Oba does. I think that was the obvious thing. Dom ain't look too bad, although this position is very bad. He didn't look too bad in the showing, I should say. Because he tried everything. He tried the hammer and the boot and all. It's nothing worked. So it is what it is when it comes to that. And just more bloodline situations, more family feuding situations. Like I said, I'd rather to see. I want to see how this plays out. A lot of people got a lot of theories for Jey Uso, and I guess I get mine on when I get to the SmackDown part of it. But it was nothing special, I think, that happened on Raw, in my opinion. Yeah, even shout out to Chad Gable, but there was nothing special. We can just go to NXT for real. Right now, it's funny. I'm more interested in the women's division than I am the men's division. I don't know what that means right now, but when it comes to Kalani and Zarya and all these, even this match, Jada and Natty, and I'm just more interested in what's going on the women's side than what I am on the men's side. So they're gonna have to do a little bit better when it comes to that. I'm not a fan of Tavion Heights. I think he's just going to be a great jobber. And I think that's his future. I hope he embraces that. Shout out to Jackson Drake because your future is still there. That's just what it is. Izzy Dane got defeated Thea Hale. From what I'm hearing through some of the dirt sheets, that Thea Hale is about to make some evolve, I guess, matches and appearances. So, sometimes people look at it as a demotion, which technically it probably is, but sometimes you just got to get your face out there. Sometimes you got to get your face, your character, and build on it. And as much as we have our reasonings and our thought processes along Nikita, it worked for her. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to backtrack to go forward. But Ariana DeGrace beat Layla, which we fans of Layla on the show, man. We want to see you do well, so we got to take these L's along the way. But your greatness is in the future, sweetheart. So we're gonna keep rocking with you. When it comes to Evolve, they're setting up for their Succession 3. So that's one thing. But yeah, this Brooks Jensen Elijah fact. Ken, you brought this up, and I actually took to that. You got to learn how to lose, and that shows a lot when it comes to wrestling. Do you get angry? Do you get do you not perform the same way? Are you making a mockery of yourself backstage and things like that? All these happens, and a lot of things we can't see. So, if Elijah loses on Evolve, I don't care in the grand scheme of things. And they still gave him some little cushion there. You know what I'm saying? It was exposed turnbuckle. So, they did the same thing for Mello. So, that's just how it goes. But I was interested in that. I was interested in Tristan. Tristan Angels. I think him and what is his name on SmackDown? Kit Wilson. I think him and Kit Wilson are a tag team waiting to happen. They just need to go ahead on and do it. These two guys are phenomenal when it comes to that, having a similar gimmick, and I think they will be better playing off of each other, Pauls, in that way. So, yeah, and he beat Starboy. I don't know. He got to change his attire or something. The denim strap joints and stuff. We got to change that. That's not happening. It's not working. I didn't care about the main event. I don't like Cam on Evolve. He's just not entertaining. He's way more entertaining when he's amongst other people. I'm probably similar to his skill set, if not better, when it comes to the NXT side of things. So he's much better on NXT than he is on Evolve. So there's that. I did see the Ricky Sosa match. Shout out to Ricky on TNA. Once again, just wanted to see you get some dubs under your belt. Tired of the backstage incidents, tired of all this making appearances or just not showing up at all. Clearly, you got stuff to do, so it's no negativity. But we want to see you get some dubs under your belt too when it comes to TNA. So glad we can get that get that for the record. And I did actually see the main event with the system and Moose and the Hardys and then Moose starting to do the Hardy Boys attire thing and stuff like that. That just threw me off. Everything throws me off, man. I'm just not a fan of. I've never been a fan of Moose. Matter of fact, it's probably his name is Moose. Just threw me off. I don't like. If I'm black, don't call me Moose. Call me something else. There's a lot of things I have to deal with that. So I'm just not even going. I'm gonna digress. We're gonna go straight to SmackDown.
He's not from Baltimore.
Understood. You ever seen a dude named Moose walking through Baltimore? Absolutely not. When it comes to SmackDown, okay, so they opened up. They try to do something different. I'm not mad at SmackDown for trying things differently, but this match should have ended the show. That's what they should have did. It is what it is. The championship match when it comes to Cody and Sammy. Y'all know how I feel about this. It shouldn't be Sammy. This person should not be Sammy. I'd rather Trick be in this position. Not necessarily the same exact script, but just being the third wheel on a championship match, meaning that you're close enough to then have your own match with one of these guys moving forward and things of that nature. And he beat Sami Zayn. Like, yo, this dude lost to get promoted. I don't like it. I don't like it, but that's just what it is. And I think the main thing when it came to this match was the finisher. And I'm not talking about the finisher in this particular match. It's the previous matches. When you don't protect finishers, you get questions. Case in point, Sami Zayn got powerbombed and was out for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I done saw Dragon Lee take about 4 powerbombs in one match. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense. It did, you know what I'm saying? So he was out and he, did his thing towards the end and then kicked Cody's hand, Gunther's hands off the ropes and the infamous roll up. And look, we got too many false finishers. The finishers don't mean nothing. And when they should mean something, I guess that prestige of a finisher has somehow, some way switched over into the roll-up, which if you get rolled up in today's wrestling, you can lose that match. And it's just like, I'm getting tired of seeing people just getting rolled up in this 1, 2, 3. I know this is a quick count, but I think the tag match, I think R-Truth won that match by a roll-up. Stop rolling up. Let's just do one finisher move and just use that. Like, use your finisher.
Didn't every match have shenanigans?
That's wrestling. Not necessarily every match. I get what you're saying. But yeah, it's going to be something, I guess. But that's 50-50 booking. We can't necessarily say that you're going to lose cleanly, and then what you do is like, oh my God, you're buried. So that's wrestling 2026, in my opinion. But shout out to Ricky Saints beating Carmelo once again. The exposed turnbuckle. I mean, I don't even think this played out. I think they just rushed the end of this match. He just kind of hit it, paused, and then he just fell out. I was like, that. Can he do like a move or something? Like he just kind of kicked him. Ricky kicked him into the corner, and it wasn't even that Ricky ain't but so big, Paul. So it's like, what force happened here so you can get knocked out from the exposed turnbuckle? It was no force. It was just you just backed into it. So once again, we gotta work on the details. The details means everything when it comes to wrestling. I don't want to look at that and say that's what knocks you out, dog. And now I'm like, damn, Carmelo, what's next? I don't know what's next for Carmelo. Jey Uso. This whole Jey Uso thing. So my thing with Jey Uso is I think he gets to the championship. I think somehow, some way, this is a twofold thing. One is we introduce Oba to the bloodline. That's what you want. That's the end goal. Eventually, Oba has to conquer some form of fashion of the bloodline, whatever version it may be, and whoever has the title at that particular point in time. That is the end game in which we should start. We got to start that process sooner or later. So that's what this does. So either multiple bloodline people come out and that's how Oba loses, or Brock Lesnar comes out or whatever and that's how he loses. But I think he definitely loses, and then Jey has the victory. But the thing with Jey is I don't want Jey to win. When it comes to the championship, I think he loses that. And I think that's where Jacob comes in. I think eventually he's going to be like, you didn't get the job done. Jacob, go get it. And then Jacob actually succeeds. And now you have more storyline to go along with that. So that's just my take on Jey. Everyone has that take on Jey. Jey is like an enigma right now. It's like people hate him. People love him. People still yeet. People don't yeet. He gets dislikes. He gets likes. He makes inaccurate grammar, just poorly written Facebook posts or statuses or whatever stories. That's Jey Uso, man. At the end of the day, we're still talking about Jey Uso, and I think that's what all that matters today. That's all that matters. Whether you love me or hate me, just keep talking. Just keep talking and say my name. Hashtag. But and then we was talking about this. I was like, there's no way that we end the SmackDown with Liv and Charlotte. There's no way this is happening. And shout out to King. He was like, bruh, it's happening. And that's what happened. We ended the match. Liv did she pulled the finisher, a submission move that I haven't seen before. But she pulled it out. To beat Charlotte, and they gave Charlotte every ounce of bulletproof armor that you can get. Just the attack, the Tanya Hardin when it comes to Jade and knocking her knee out, and the multiple. You don't have to do this. It's okay. You really want it at heart, all that's like nigga artist was giving her speeches and all this other stuff. I'm like, yo, but what I realized with the in-ring ability between Liv and Charlotte, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they like each other. Like it just wasn't. It wasn't a flow, but it's not like it wasn't a flow because we're like unfamiliar. It was like I'm not selling for you. That's the vibe that I got from this match.
Did you get a damn? They gonna have you make me submit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that too. It was a lot. So I think there's a lot of things behind the scenes. I haven't seen them two work like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Liv been wrestling for damn near 10 years. Clearly we know about Charlotte. But I just don't remember in recent history them like being, within close quarters with each other. So that's interesting. But I digress. Well, that's how that ended. I did see AAA. Once again, Taker is my man batting 750 right now. It's very, very, very impressive what he got going on. So Ray Phoenix put on a display. The tag match was entertaining with so many different pieces involved in it. We got Omos and the mini dude and everything. It was just like a lot. And then your family came, like the other dude family showed up and just to help with it was just a lot of stuff going on. And it was like, it's just made for great TV. It is what it is. And then, so I guess the way it ended, the ending was cool. Shout out to El Grande. He really embodies everything that is AAA right now, which is crazy. But he makes his declaration to Dominic. And clearly the roof let off and everyone was cheering after that. And then, you know, people came out. That chick name was Carmen Petrovic. She's a NXT, but mainly Evolve person. So I feel like, you know, hey man, when Undertaker give you that call, hey man, you go ahead on and answer that, dog. And you said, Trav, you said the dude that's the dude from OTM. I didn't even pick that up. So like, that's why OTM ain't getting no tag. They get no tag.
Yeah,
shot.
that is.
He in AAA. So, this, hey man, hey, like I said, man, when Undertaker give you that call, I guess you got to show up now. And apparently it's getting even more with
I don't think we should
don't
spoil it.
All right, say less.
But since it's gonna be next week, just in case people want to watch it live and like stay away from spoilers. But they've been watching the show, so I kind of do want to be ahead of it to be like, bro, that's crazy that
we can say it without saying it.
But no, I'm not. It is. If you've been watching the show, you know who we've been yelling about going down there and changing their career because he can do stuff. And yeah, next week he's going to be there. So, and saying he's going to be there for forever, like actually be a wrestler for the company. So we'll see. But go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
But no, like I said, it just makes sense. And I think Taker's just doing Taker and his team is just doing a lot of things that make sense. And you just wish that, you know, other people, especially people that, you know, are his contemporaries and his peers, just do things that make sense. Even Sean in NXT, I might be looking towards one side versus the other side, as I said earlier, but it's everything that they're doing still makes sense. You know, it's a flow to it. I might not like the flow, but it's still a flow. It makes sense. And here I go talking about Gunther and a powerbomb that laid Sammy out for 5 minutes. It don't make sense. Just make things make sense, and then it'll be easier for other people to kind of just gravitate towards. The more questions you have when it comes to your product, the more hesitation people be, and when that hesitation breeds the negativity, you know, the what is this? It's the worst show and all this other stuff. So you gotta stop it. We gotta stop. We gotta pivot. But with that being said, because I'm starting to go on, I say I had Trav with the C+. Shout out to Taker. Shout out to AAA. Even on a lower show, it was still great. They still had the headliners out there. I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C on the strength of that. On the strength of NXT, Evolve was even trash this week. So NXT and Evolve, NXT and AAA pretty much held it down.
So we got a C plus, Travis said, I think, and a C.
Yeah,
so C plus and a
C minus.
Okay,
oh,
C minus.
Right.
So you actually higher than Travis.
I thought you said C plus.
C minus. Okay. All right,
No, I ain't gonna be the highest.
No, we not. No, we not. We got a C minus and we got a C. You know what? I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give it a C plus. I'll help you out, bro. I got your back. I'm gonna give it a C plus this week, and I'll tell you why. Like, it wasn't the greatest week. It just is what it is.
You still want me, Trey?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
With you too.
Okay.
Right, cool.
There you go. I'm back and he's better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me put the stuff back on the screen again. WWE.
Nah, take your time. Take your time. It's just it is what it is, man.
No, you fine. I'm just trying to find the stuff. I got a whole bunch. Okay, here we go. Got it. All right, so I'm just go one by one. Then I'll just put them on the screen as I talk about. So Monday Night Raw. Man, Oba won. I was a little worried about that, but I'm glad he did win. I don't want to see Brock. I still don't know how they're going to introduce Brock Lesnar. They do introduce Brock Lesnar because it doesn't make sense for Brock Lesnar to attack Oba Femi. That was cool though. On the ladies' side, it was Io Sky winning. I didn't want that to happen. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wanted Raquel Rodriguez. I wanted her to go against Liv Morgan, but that wouldn't have made sense for him because if they had Raquel versus Liv, then Raquel would have beat Liv for the Queen of the Ring just to go against her and then lose. You'd have known if she'd have beat her, she'd have lost against her in the following match at SummerSlam and all, because she's not gonna be the back-to-back and all in major matches. So that wouldn't have been that way. But Trying to think what else happened today. The Vision, Javon got speared by Braun Breaker, caught him, which I guess for some reason that spear lingered on until the end of the week. So we got issues with that with Javon Evans. What happened on LA Knight, Travis? Didn't he just was he there this week? He was talking about he had a promo, didn't he?
So he had a promo talking about the bloodline as usual. And then he got into it with Jay again, and Jimmy played middleman, and he wound up hitting him with a steel chair and everything. So
I don't know about all of that. Jacob Fatu and his bloodline thing. I guess he got the Ula Fala. I can see the friction, being created between him and Jay. So I see what they're trying to do there. But again, I'm kind of over the bloodline, but we'll see. I'm actually more interested in MFTs now than I'm in the bloodline. Like this is making the MFTs interesting for me, Solo and all that, saying he want to go over there, but I'll get more to that when I get to Friday. But yeah, Raw wasn't the greatest. I felt like it was overall like a C show again. So I gave him C's and all because it felt like it was a C show. NXT. Oh shoot, sorry, y'all. That's not the one I want to do for NXT. Sorry. Give me a second. This one? Yes, sorry. NXT. Good match. Good matches throughout the card. I really think the issue with Shawn Michaels is not the storytelling and all, like we said, or like BA was saying, like NXT holding it down. It's more of the athletes or the talent for NXT right now. They're in a lower level of talent. The women are holding it down, with the men just aren't really the talent right now. So it's not about the storytelling. They're still trying to do things with Mason Rook and Evil and Tony D'Angelo. And like you said, Tavion Heights was out there having a match and all that. And it's like, damn, Tavion, I'm trying to get behind you, bro. But you out there with your hair looking like buckwheat. Queen was talking about put some mousse on your head, bro. Just lay it down and all. Like, it's just simple things to be like, come on, bro. Like you Olympics and all that stuff. You got to be, but it's not clicking for me. Jada Parker taking another L. I guess eventually she'll get a W from this, but I mean, every time I think she eventually gonna get a W, she doesn't. So I don't know. I did have one problem though in that match, which I did like the way they called it out at the beginning with Lola Vice and all. When Stone came out there, she was like, "Oh, let me guess, we're gonna have a tag team match, it's me and her versus her and her." And I was like, "That's pretty cool." But when the tag team match happened, why did Big Zai have to take the pin? Why? Why the Big Zai? Why couldn't what's her name? That was beside her. No, because it was Lola and Kendall Gray, so she had to. But she the champion though. Yeah, so
I guess
in that situation, I guess Kalani should take the pin.
She had some armor because she just won it.
I guess she just won, and Tatum Paxley was out there and all, but still, I'm like, damn, she just won it. Like, let's try to build her as like kind of dominant in a way, but you just getting a pin right behind it. But it is what it is. Move forward. I did not see Evolve. The guys told me that Elijah lost, but I'm okay with that. Like BA said, I mean, Oba was losing back when he was at the beginning of, you feel me, NXT and all. Nobody gives a hell about this. This is about building yourself, your character, getting better and all, like we said. Trick was losing the time before he went up to the main roster. We knew that was like, was it Shawn Michaels said, it was to get Trick to understand how to lose and all that stuff. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Thursday, it's the Impact. I did see the Ricky Sosa match. Awesome. Ricky, like Travis said, probably the longest match he had so far. It's good to see him get some burn. The crowd was still feeling him and all that. I was kind of worried about them stunting his momentum and all, but just gotta let him wrestle, man. Let him be involved. Eric Young, I think, gonna put him over, which would be awesome, and then we'll go from there. He'll eventually compete for a championship. Eventually, he's gonna be one of those. It'd be great if he was in the X Division match and all of that, but eventually he'll get to that level and all. So,
yes.
Shout out to Ricky Sosa again, though. Mike Santana is your champion. I will not be really fully invested in this show as long as he is the world champion. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So that is what it is. I do want to throw a quick jab though, real quick, to main event, because I watched that as well. Damn, Jordan Grace, you just lost to Julia last week. You lost to Kiana James this week. I guess Jordan Grace officially a job as your former world champion. That's crazy. But what I didn't like, it was cool to see Layla and Callie up together against Bailey and Lyra. But why did Callie take the L?
That's a good question.
I can't tell you.
It's on main event, so that's one thing, but
that's still more main. You feel me? More main roster than.
Yeah.
So,
I can't answer why it was her and not Layla. I know they.
And that's no disrespect to Layla. Like I like Layla. Like you said, we like Layla over here, but she's been taking L's and all that already. So why would you?
Maybe she take one too many L's. Like maybe she got to pass it. She
technically took the L. I mean, when you a tag team wrestler, you still technically take the L, right? But
yeah, no. I mean, I don't think this has any future things on when it comes to Cali. But you brought up this match, and I definitely overlooked it. I commented in the group. I like these two as a tag team. Like, I know that Mason Holiday just, departed from the company and whatever. So that was Layla's original partner. But I was wondering where she was, Callie, that is, because she was starting to be in the title picture. Like, she was just showing her face, and, doing the stare downs and stuff like that. And I was like, I haven't seen her in a little bit. Maybe they're trying to pivot course just a little bit. And if she does the tag team thing for a little bit, I truly don't mind that, because these two together can be very good together. Like
we need a women's tag team. We got Street Profits for the men. We need a black woman. It's like, I know people going to say, well, what about Nia Jackson? They just thrown together right now to be situated. We know it's for Lash. We know it's for Lash to eventually show her strength and all that stuff like that. But we need an actual like women's tag team. The best one we had for a second been Jaden and Bianca, and they weren't even really a team. It was just to help Jade in the moment.
It was just to help me,
like
to
get her at the point and then do that. So I'm fine with that. Like I said, and it's like you said, it's not a major thing that she lost. I just looking like, whoa, bro, like why would you book her that? Yeah, like that's stupid. But shout out to them on main event, and go check that out if you haven't checked it out already. But then on Friday, a couple of things. One, I was disappointed at first. I was telling everybody that Trick wasn't on the show. I'm like, damn, how you have a SmackDown out Trick like this? You looking to fail. But then I thought about it, and I talked to BA and the fellas and all that in the chat, and I'm like, I mean, that's kind of gangster. Actually, they had Juneteenth off. You feel me? Like they actually had the day off between Trick, Lash, Royce Keys, and all that. That's awesome. Like, damn, that's in the WWE. You got your day off, so that's pretty cool. I don't think he's going to miss. Like I say, next week he'll be there. He'll be the send off until for the Night of Champions and all that stuff. So he'll definitely be there. Sami Zayn, it's crazy, BA, because I think this is probably his best chance to win the title. You like, damn, he shouldn't be there, no. But the only thing about it, if Sammy was to win the title, he gonna beat Gunther, right?
More likely.
I think it was better chance for him to beat Cody Rhodes.
Cody should take the pin, right? Gunther, because going to the whole Gunther point, this show, if you looked at this lineup before this show happened, you thought this would have been a legendary SmackDown. You're like, damn, this SmackDown about to be legendary. They got all this going on. They started off, and you could tell from the beginning what it was going to be. It was a bunch of like the ending to that match, the way they played, that was just foolish. What they should have done, I'm gonna tell you a way they could have made that even better. Just one move, simple thing. The first match should have been won by Gunther.
That's it.
The first match should have been won by Gunther by some cheating way where they had to restart the match. If that would have happened, that would have fixed everything, man. We'd have been like, damn, you ain't burying Gunther. Your guy that went out there and was it retired AJ Styles, retired John Cena, retired Goldberg. You feel what I'm saying? Those guys talking about wanting to retire Brock Lesnar. You gonna now let Cody Rhodes be unstopped? Like Triple H, man, what is I just don't get it. Every time he has get a lob to him, bro. And it's like, just hit this. This is off the tee. Just hit this home run. You got it. He just says, nah, I can't hit that. It's like, God damn, bro. And then, like I said, if you were going to play this type of way, why didn't you have Gunther win the first fall so that it could have looked like, well, Cody didn't really lose. We got to start the match over again. Gunther thought he was a champion and all that. And it could have led to this in the long run. That's simple. But now you make Gunther look like he buried. So now Gunther better win the title at Night of Champions now. Like,
you say Gunther or Drew McIntyre?
The same person.
See? And that's the problem.
But the thing is, even Drew McIntyre, I love Drew McIntyre, but he still ain't get the type of like wins that Gunther has gotten. Like Gunther's supposed to be their number one
But when it
heel.
comes to Cody, and that's why I mentioned. Sorry to cut you off. That's why I mentioned
good, bro.
Him, because now he's in a must-win situation. Like, why is Gunther in a must? Gunther's your main heel. Like,
your guy. He shouldn't be
supposed to be like building armor for.
Yep.
He can't beat Cody.
And now he can't beat Cody, bro. He's 0-3. Cody Cody be beating him pretty easily too. It looked like it's like, damn, bro, you be losing to Cody. Like even that match we just said at the last PLE, whatever the hell that was, with the foot under the rope backlash, or was it was it backlash? Maybe it was backlash. What they wrestled though? I think it was backlash, but it was like, damn, bro, like I don't get this whole barrier of Gunther right now. Like this ain't the way I would think you would present your guy the way you had him, and it's like you choose his wins be so crazy. Yeah, and his L's, the way you choose him to lose be the worst. To be like, bro, that's how you chose for Gunther to lose? For real? And it's like, well, we're going to do it again. So now, like you said, Night of Champions is now, because Sammy actually has one of the best characters now after his work with Trick and SmackDown. So it's like you're in Saudi finally, and you don't want to do it at Mania. That's a big-ass event. Like, damn, you want to give Sami Zayn 2 months real quick at the champion? This is the period right now with this weird character he got going on to give Sammy the title. But then if you do that, you gonna let him beat Cody? You gonna let Cody take the pinfall in the triple threat match?
No, it'd be Gunther again.
So I don't know, bro. And then if that happens, Jey Uso against if Sammy wins, Jey Uso winning the title.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Sammy having a long reign either way. But if Sammy wins, the King of the Ring winner is the champion. You feel me? Like they're gonna win the championship. So I don't know, bro. It's some interesting type of dilemmas right here, like stuff they can go surprise people right now, but I just don't think it's the right way. Like some of this stuff is just don't make sense to me. Javon Evans with the injured ribs, he lost and all. I'm actually enjoying Jey Uso right now. I know that's crazy to say. His little overstress that he keep doing it on the low. If y'all paying attention to him while he walking and all that, talking his trash and all that, I actually like. I'm like, this is the Jey Uso. Like y'all say, the right hand man and all that stuff. He talking this trash to people and all. Even when what's the name? Called him Unc Javon and all that. Like I'm like, okay, I see you, Jey Uso. So I'm actually enjoying him. I'm if he becomes he embracing that heel. It's kind of like he's not a heel, but he embracing his hate in a way. Like so, I'm fine with that. His grammar and all need better. He need to be better with writing stuff. You're gonna be talking this on Twitter fingers and all that. But
a win is a win.
It is. Yeah, a win is a win. You're right. Mm-hmm. But if he wins the King of the Ring, that's more accolades for him and all that, bro. It is what it is. But shit, bro. I mean, when somebody under 40 gonna win a belt for real, y'all? Like real talk. Not to get off topic too well, because they already talking about WrestleMania trying to get Roman and Rock and CM Punk and Cody. When is somebody under 40 going to compete for WrestleMania and win for a championship, y'all?
Wait. It's two different things you're saying. Do you want WrestleMania and a title or just a title?
So I would think it's going to be a big moment. So somebody probably going to win like a Royal Rumble, like a under 40, do one of them guys. Because we done got past the King of the Ring, right? So that's they not going to fight for it at SummerSlam. So that's done. We just making time go by. The next thing we got is going to be Money in the Bank, right? And that's always in October. What we worry about, well, is another good opportunity to really win. Because you think somebody going to lose in the middle of this run to a guy under 40? Like it's nothing is lined up for somebody under 40 to win. And then if we go into the Mania where they talking about Cody versus Punk and Roman versus Rock, bro, what the hell, man? When are we going to ever get to the young guys? So, I don't know, man. But
no growth.
None. But past that, AAA, lastly, shout out to El Grande doing what he does. I told y'all he going to get with Dominic. That's about to happen soon. This little building up to the major victory. That Triple Mania victory is going to like feed families when that finally happens. So it's getting them there. Told you don't worry about Undertaker and all. He got it. They had to get to a new show and all that so they could start a new storyline. He did what he did. Manny Vikingo with that move to finish, and then shout out to Vikingo catching him out of the air on his shoulder I was like, God damn, what was that? wow, that was crazy. But shout out to them having their match, man. Shout out to Ray Phoenix showing off. And shout out to Rey Mysterio, the GM, and all, saying that we got a big time WWE, former champ and all that stuff about to come here and be a regular member. So it's cool. AAA doing this thing as always, man. It's just 1 hour of fun every Saturday. I recommend everybody going to see it. But before we move on to our tea, Travis, what were our highs and lows brought to the people by?
By the merch.
Yes,
We
sir.
talk.
Shout out to the merch, merch of the channel. I don't know if anybody got on any today, but definitely if you're interested in any of that stuff you saw on the screen there, the NWO Black and White inspired, NWO Black and Red inspired, the TNA or Trick NA inspired, as you want to call it, or the Nation of Domination inspired shirts. You do not have to, and you're not obligated to spend anything, as I should say, but we definitely would appreciate it. And if you do grab any shirts, please post them, and we will definitely repost anything you do as long as it's respectful as always. Let's move on to some of this tea we got real quick, y'all. We got a PLE next week, y'all. I don't know how we do this. We got a couple of them actually, but we're gonna talk about the main one real quick. Give our predictions. We got Night of Champions happening in Riyadh Saturday at 1 p.m. I'm gonna start at the top left and just go around the board. You guys can give your opinion of who you think gonna win any match, and if anything special you think may occur. First, we have for the WWE Championship, the men's WWE Championship, a triple threat match between Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn. Next is the King of the Ring Finals between Obafemi and Jey Uso. Next, we have the Queen of the Ring Finals with the world champion, women's world champion Liv Morgan going against Io Sky. We have a steel cage match between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. United States Championship match between the champion Tiffany Stratton, women's champion, versus Jade Cargill. And the men's U.S. Championship is on the line where Trick Williams will defend his U.S. Championship against Ricky Saints. So, what do y'all think, man? Oops.
All right.
Go first. Okay. I was saying, if you want to go first, BA, I mean, you go ahead.
All right.
Pause.
All right. 3 times. All right. I got Sammy. It's just the time. If it's not now, it's never. That type of situation. I still don't see how, but somehow, some way, Jey Uso is going to win that match. That's going to suck,
bro. I'm thinking about that. Like, I remember when I talked to you about the making Oba vulnerable and all that stuff. It's starting to become too close to it. He gonna get pinned again, bro. Like, god damn.
He doesn't have to get pinned.
No, you right. He doesn't have to get pinned. But okay. I'm gonna say again about Triple H. I mean, Charlotte didn't have to get pinned. Sol Ruker didn't have to get pinned. You feel me? All these people. But Oba didn't have to get pinned against Brock.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Let's go with Io winning that match, especially if Shorty is really hurt. Braun Breaker and who's the champion in this match? No one. There's no one is a champion.
Somebody has to win that match, right? Are we at a point where they have to win that match? Or it might be.
Yeah, I would think so. Yes, that's just my opinion.
I think Braun wins. He gotta win.
That's what I'm saying. Is at a point where he gotta win, where it's like if he loses this match, what the hell?
Yeah, it's a lot of must wins here. Jade has to win. We can't be losing too many people in a row. So I don't want her to be a regular show winner. I hate that. That was Sasha Banks for a while.
Sasha Banks, yep.
She'll win on the regular shows, but losing the PLEs. I hate that trope. And of course, Trick is gonna be Ricky. How bad is what I want to know. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be a banger. He ain't gonna wash me either, but it's gonna be somewhere in between.
Yeah. Would they let him wash him? Would they let him wash him real quick? That'd be. I don't want Ricky to do that. Like,
that's
I don't want that to happen to Ricky,
to
man.
get that, but
I do.
He at the level right now where they could do it and make it funny because he's not getting a reaction. But I don't want him to do that to Ricky though. Don't end Ricky.
If he washes him like that, he's going to turn into a comedic wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano and all that stuff.
And him.
Go ahead.
And he just beat Carmelo, which would be like, yeah, he got it. They gotta have a banger. They gotta wrestle for a second. Go ahead, Travis. How you feel? Same thing?
I got some different opinions though. Like I don't want Jade. I don't want Jade to be the United States champion. I want Jade to be the women's world champion. That's why I want her to look like. If it wasn't for that reason, I would pick her to win. But I don't want her to win. Like I want her to lose. Like I don't want her to be the women's United States champion yet. I'm gonna roll with Sammy for the win. Trying to remember the last Seth and Braun Breaker match. Who won that one?
Seth.
Mm-hmm.
They probably had to be Braun's time the win. You know,
they're gonna get involved, right? But I think Street Profits gonna get involved. Like, golly, I don't, bro. Braun Breaker gotta win this match. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And y'all know daggone well I want Trick to beat the dog piss out of Ricky Saints.
Trick gonna lose that title for all of y'all.
And Liv do not need this, man. Like Liv need to lose. I'm sorry, Liv need to lose, and Liv need to defend that women's championship. So I'm picking EO to win.
Okay.
Did I go? Oh, and I'm actually about to say it for the King of the Rings. I'm being shocked. I'm gonna pick Jay. I'm rolling with Jay.
I got a feeling everybody keeps saying Jay now that they're gonna switch it up and let Oba win. Like,
which is
I
fine.
don't know, bro. Well, yeah, it's fine. We don't have to have that Brock Lesnar Oba match. Like, that's what I've been saying for forever. Like, everybody, like, let them just have a 1-on-1, and Oba just move forward, right, and go compete for stuff, and let Gunther win that title, and Brock Lesnar come for him.
The problem is he keep bringing Brock up. Brock didn't bring him up.
I know, and that's why I'm like, it don't make. He should be talking about Brock. He lost, right? But Brock should not be coming back.
All right, you talk 1 week about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't keep.
He keeps
it's like setting it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Jey Uso. You're right. I'm gonna go. Damn it, Sami Zayn gotta win, bro. If Sami Zayn don't win this, bro, like, get him up my screen as far as the title. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm serious though. Like, I'm done. I don't.
Yeah,
he better not win a WrestleMania next year. Hell no. I mean, he got to win a Royal Rumble or something. Hell no. Get him up. This is the perfect time on a perfect B card like event and all in Saudi where he should win the title.
Which is what we all say.
Triple threat. This is this is Sami Zayn time. He should leave this event like everybody's saying though. Cody Rhodes should not leave this as a champion, no matter what, bro. If Cody Rhodes, God damn, Triple H might do that too, bro. I always think, damn, you know what? It's the night. Cody not going. It's done, and they be like, Cody Rhodes wins again. Like, man, I'm gonna go with Gunther though. I'm gonna go with Gunther, man. Gunther gotta win this match, bro. What the hell? They just, if Gunther loses this, it's one of those. Damn, him and Sami Zayn in a must-win situation, kind of. So, unless Gunther takes the belt from Sami Zayn, but like, damn, that's too much. You working too much around, like the Drew McIntyre type thing, to get to your guy being champion when it don't even feel like he like really got the championship. So I'm gonna go with Gunther. For the women, Travis, I think Liv Morgan gonna win. She got this far. She all the way here. Like, why let EO win? It's not for the other championship or nothing like that. I think they're gonna do this and somehow Liv gonna get into a fight with what's her name, with Raquel. Somehow it's going to happen because she's the champion, thinking now she's not gonna wrestle anybody, but they still gonna have her go against somebody, and it's gonna end up being Raquel. Somebody will have a tournament or something to get to the person, and Raquel goes and win it. And then
so what you think is going to happen with the other championship then?
They try and decide.
Or Io swings back around to Rhea.
But Rhea not. So I don't think Rhea is just going to lose. Rhea would just vacate that title. There's no reason to get a title just to Io, man. Like that don't do anything. The title should be in Jade's hands. That's the issue again. You should have never took the title off of Jade.
Right.
I have a feeling. And when I get to Jade, like going past that, let's get to the US Championship. It's crazy because you saying I don't want her to be a regular person that doesn't win on PLEs. I can see Jade losing 1, 2, 3, 4 PLEs in a row. Now, and I said that before WrestleMania. I damn, please don't let her lose. She lost at Mania. She lost at Backlash, right? Was that Backlash they wrestled again? Correct. She lost at what was that? She'll be losing at Night of Champions. I don't think she's gonna get the US title. And I think it's because Charlotte Flair will interfere the same way she interfered with Charlotte and made her lose the Queen of the Ring tournament. And I think she'll lose at SummerSlam against Charlotte as well. That'll be 4 PLEs in a row. So, yeah, I think that's a possibility of that happening. And I'm going to go with that happening as of right now. That sucks, but I'm going to pick that as happening. I'm going Tiffany Stratton to win our match between Charlotte Flair and what's her name? What's the lady that's with Chelsea Green? Somebody gonna help them out. Green. And I'm gonna go Braun Breaker has to win a steel cage match. Man, if he loses that, I'm gonna laugh so badly. And bro, you know what's crazy? If Ricky Saints was to win right now, this would be major for his career, though. You could really put you could actually make Ricky like recognizable if he win the title from Trick. Doing kind of what I was saying before with somebody that beats him is like that guy, but he don't have a faction or nothing, so I don't see him beating. And Yachty would probably be there too, unless Yachty finally changing on him or something like that. And we about to go to SummerSlam with Yachty changing on Trick and doing that. But other than that, I mean, I would think about that. If we traded Yachty, I would, but that should be probably safe for Melo because I think they want to do Melo at SummerSlam. But then I can't think of Melo being at SummerSlam because Melo ain't been in no PLE. So why did you throw him at SummerSlam? They gave Ricky Saints a PLE before they gave to Melo. But that's my predictions for I know that's crazy, BA, to think that out loud, bro. That's our predictions for night. That's our predictions for Night of Champions, y'all. Definitely put your predictions in the comments as well if you're watching it now, if you're watching later on for a replay. But BA, bro, I know. Sorry, Mr. Green. What was our tea brought to the people by?
The lovely people over at Fanatics.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem on your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description. Shout out to Fanatics. I know they have a Fanatics Fest and all pretty soon and all with the wrestlers and all. You can go meet them, meet and greets, get signatures and all that type of stuff. But if you're interested in any of their apparel or anything sports related, use that code or that QR code we have. Help out the channel. Again, we appreciate you guys in advance. Again, if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. And also do us a favor because we're up to questions and comments. Hit us with any comments that you may have with the @ WTC and we'll get to you. But let's get straight to the questions and comments, y'all.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Here we got James in the house again. Shout out to James. He says, Liv Morgan, haha. I see they trying to get trouble to be her main theme now, huh? They're going to try to force that on us.
Yeah.
And I never will like it. He says,
No.
EO Sky. Okay. He says, my cousin says Logan Paul is a loser, and I agree. You said it.
Paul.
He said Ricky Saints that idiot. Sound like Travis.
Getting Paul.
Look
There
at
it is.
And he says Dominic Mysterio looks like a dork geek. Jeez. Tell us how you really feel. It's probably is because that's Tash, bro. Dom be looking like he dirty out there. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like he really dirty. Well, I thought it was dirty because of like him being man, like a dirty dude.
But that dude be wrestling Travis Scott. See, that ain't dirty.
Don't nobody give a hell about Travis Scott, but you.
Come on, that's dirty.
Yeah, he got that for free, probably, and they still dirty. It's the same pair, so he good. Nah, we just kidding. Shout out to Dirty Dom, though. That's my guy. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he could be world champion before. I don't feel that way still, but he can maybe change my mind. And some he ain't developed enough for me yet. Like I feel like he kind of plateaued. Pause. But yeah. Anybody else got anything they want to say before I end the show? No. All right. Well, definitely like, comment, subscribe again, y'all. You definitely want to be a part of the watch party for Night of Champions we're gonna have on Saturday. And we'll watch along as well for what's that? NXT Great American Bash. It is correct. This Sunday as well. So definitely make sure you're a member. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Get all them perks of being a subscriber. Help us get to 500 subscribers. We're very close. We're almost close to 400. So the countdown from 100 is about to begin pretty soon. We appreciate all the new subscribers that have helped us out with this. Also, if you're interested in our other work, do us a favor. Follow our guys over on Get Off the Damn Fence with BA and the 695 crew, Larry and Calvin. They have shows every Wednesday evening. I forgot the exact time, but they mainly talk about sports over there. So definitely give them a like and subscribe, comment, all of that stuff. Help my guys out. We're getting their goals over there. 10, it is? 9, you said. 9 o'clock, okay. Also, while we talk about BA, follow him, Rel, Big J, and Will over on Cuz We Geek, where they talk about everything in geek culture and television and movies. They have shows every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. Check my guys out over there. Help them out with their subscriber count and all. And the NBA season just ended. Shout out to BA's Knicks. But myself and Rel, we have a show, Cap and Crown, NBA podcast. We talk about all things NBA, new school and old school. We have shows every Monday evening, Wednesday evening, and Friday morning as well for our members over there. Help us reach our subscribers or goals over there. We try to get to 5,000. We've been working on that channel for a second. Yes, help us out over there. Again, over here, this is We Talk Combat, y'all, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I am Muy Grande Negro Americano. That is the Hugo boss over there, Travis. I got heavy developmental, Mr. Green here. Chemo Queen will be returning next week. We had a late night, so she wanted to be prepared for tomorrow morning, but that's okay. We had the fellas here for Father's Day edition. We'll be back next week. We are the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. We are the People's Channel. We all remember that. And we watch this shit so you don't have to. Shout out to our guy BA down there. And we'll be back here next week. Same combat time, same combat channel. We really appreciate y'all so much. We'll see y'all when we see y'all. And we out. Peace.